I leave the choice to you.
So we talk about the store because that
That
will be
would
the
be
main
better.
agenda. We'll publish the news accordingly.
Sure.
So you can start with, what is the idea behind getting into retail?
So when we talk about an organization like the Darwin Platform Group, which is into a lot of businesses, it's a multi-diversified group. I mean, we are into real estate, we are into infrastructure, we are into refineries, we are getting into power, energy, pharmaceuticals, information technology, okay, FMCG, and retail. So when we talk about such a diverse approach, there has to be a certain philosophy or objective of the organization, what it wants to do in India and for India. And this is where the chairman Ajay Harinath Singh, he felt very bullish that we need to get into businesses which will offer high employability to the nation, because employability is a big challenge, and especially during the COVID times, there has been reverse migration, there has been loss of crores of jobs in India. So employment is something which people are very sensitive, conscious, focused towards. Where is the employment? So we would like to create employment. When you talk about employment, you need to have business likewise. So retail, it's a people's business. Definitely it will impact employment positively. Maybe tomorrow FMCG, then pharmaceuticals, real estate, infrastructure, yes, and these are all high employability sectors. And these are the sectors where we would like to focus. We are taking baby steps in getting into retail. When you talk about retail, why food and grocery? In the last 2 years, businesses have shut shop due to pandemic, due to lockdown. People don't have the luxury. But these are basic essentials. And basic essentials, you don't have to reach out for that by traveling a lot due to the COVID time. You need neighborhood-friendly stores. So we would like to pose ourselves as a professionally managed neighborhood-friendly store, which will have an optimal size of about 2,000 square feet, because this is the size which we have earmarked for our nationwide expansion, be it our own stores or franchisee operated stores, which we will manage. Okay, so be it the company operated company owned model or the franchisee operated company owned model, we would look at 2,000 square feet as an optimal size. When you talk about why 2,000 square feet, this is the size which we have decided in major metropolis or big cities. But what happens to tier 2, tier 3 cities? We have a 150 square feet, we have a 300 square feet, we have a 600 square feet, we have a 1,000 square feet store. So we have a size for India as well as Bharatvarsh. And Bharatvarsh is 70% of India. You understand? That is where you can really have the significant impact which the business of retail will make. And that's an area which is highly employable area. So that is where the focus is. But what is that we bring on table which others have not done it? In a 1.5 2 kilometer radius, we'll have 14 to 16 competing Kirana stores. Kirana stores have not died. But the so-called big stores have not been functional due to the changing circumstances of the business. So when you talk about Kirana store, you talk about proximity, you talk about the Kirana guy not acting as a store manager, but actually is a store owner. The degree of ownership to understand what exactly are your household needs. You understand? You may have the best of computer systems to identify, but to put that into place and seamlessly execute is where the big challenge lies. So with our experience in multi-diversified business that we are into, in every business the bottom line is, bikta hai ya nahi? Does it sell? Is it sellable? You understand? So when you talk about retail, that's the last leg in a transaction. That the goods have exchanged hands and money has exchanged hands. So you understand? So in whatever business we are in, there is always, consciously or unconsciously, a retail option which surfaces. We don't call it retail. We are looking at retail as a store. It will have a certain size, it will have a certain pedigree, it will have a certain class of customers who will walk in, who will expect to be serviced. And in this hemisphere, when you talk about pandemic, when you talk about lockdowns, such challenges. There is a lockdown, suddenly the lockdown gets partially lifted, fully lifted, again reimposition of lockdown. These are impending challenges. And in such challenging situation, we took the tough call of opening the store because we understood that in the last quarter, India made significant progress in the FMCG segment, close to 10% growth. No such growth is witnessed in any other business area because these are your household essentials, these are your requirements. You have to service them. And that actually catapulted us into the food and grocery retail business. We had choices of other fancy products, but we thought they can all wait for tomorrow. Food and grocery is where we would take the first step, and we have taken.
So
Now,
mainly the company targets local areas instead of digital marketing or
no. First and foremost
focus is not
is whatever you offer, are you relevant, and then can you create the reach. So when you talk about digital marketing, yes, digital marketing is very much there. We are also having our dpretail.com getting launched, but it will cater to the local demography. You can dial in, you can key in, you can book an order, you can have a cash on delivery, or you can just have a convenience of shopping. Typical lady doing her household work, then finding some time, having her bath, logs in, books the products, gives a time slot at 6 p.m. she would like to come in. So when she comes in, she can enter, she can give the ID code, the goods are ready for her. So when you talk about retail, it is a combination of online as well as offline. And that is something which is very important. But when we talk about a store in the heart of Mumbai, in a prime location, we are looking for 10 such stores where we can sign up in the next 6 months in Mumbai, across the western suburbs as well as the central part of Mumbai. And all over India, we have investors ready to sign up 200 stores by March 2022.
I'll tell you, there is one problem. I mean, if you walk into a local store, generally you cannot have any expectation about product discounts or offers or anything. So that's the reason people get diverted to online shopping and all.
Not really. When you talk about online shopping,
So
definitely.
here I think the profit may be really premium. I mean, you're selling
No, not at all. When you talk about food and grocery business, you really don't talk about significant jump in profits.
Right.
But as a store, it is going to be our endeavor to offer schemes round the clock.
Okay.
So, for example, you buy 750 rupees worth of merchandise. I'm just giving an example.
Okay.
You get 1 kg of sulfur-free sugar.
Alright.
You buy $1,000, you get a redemption hamper. You buy $2,000, you get a redemption hamper for higher amount. You understand? So all these things will be there. The objective is to get you back to the store time and again. I don't want you to be a one-time customer. I want you to be a repeat customer. So we would like to build in all the loyalty systems. So for every purchase, whenever you come to the store and you buy, you definitely have a scheme. But the long-term impact of customer loyalty is a different challenge altogether. We know how much you have purchased for the last 6 months, how much you have gained, how much you have used as far as the redemption voucher is concerned. And based on the points which you have accumulated by year end or during the seasons, you can avail of those. So that would definitely be something which will pull in customers.
Because that will be a unique selling point. Because normally walking to a normal store, I mean, you have to pay the full price.
Absolutely.
Or you walk into big shopping.
Retail has changed. I mean,
So that will be a full
retail
competition
businesses
with the
have
local
understood customer expectations, and they are trying to look at options where they don't service the customer, they exceed customer expectations.
Right.
That's happening.
So good. So I mean, what will be the time span? I mean, expansion and different.
My business plan spans across the 10-year horizon. In food and grocery, you can't have quick fix solutions. I am looking at 10 years, I am looking at 55 lakh square feet of space. If you convert that into number of stores of various sizes which we have, we are looking at 13,300 stores. And if you look at gross sales, we are looking at 30,000 crores plus. Why 30,000 crores plus? 30,000 crores in 8-10 years would be approximately 5 to 6% of India's total FMCG grocery turnover. And when you have something which is 5%, you achieve market leadership.
If we talk about the immediate period, I'm sure, I mean, you must have
I'm looking at
calculated
200 stores in every nook and corner of India in the next 6 months to be set up.
Okay, but what about the profit and loss? Because given the circumstances, the timing restriction, I mean, presently, so you won't work out more profit.
So when we talk about profitability in retail business,
Yeah.
I don't want to mention names, but a leading retail store which has multiple retail locations all over India, they might be making about 5.2% of net profit. Our projections are about 6.8% of net profit, which is quite good.
Because I think if you're giving the example, they suffered a heavy loss also, and because of the aggressive marketing and all strategy, I mean, they
See,
can't out of it.
the size matters,
Right.
and when you become an elephant size, then maneuvering becomes very difficult. Your mobility is hit because of uncertain circumstances.
Right.
We are focusing on small and thrifty, where the mobility is much more there.
Because
compared
at
to
least
the
that kind of a store needs 12 to 14 hours of working time.
We have 9 to 9, 12 hours of working time usually is there. You work in 2 shifts. You have to take care of your people. If your people are not motivated, excited, you can't make business happen, because anybody who will walk in would love to see a smiling face, doesn't want anybody to frown. So we need
I
to.
just overheard while you were talking to one of the person. I mean, Darwin will be into manufacturing also, some consumer goods or something.
Yes, we have already got products in the pipeline. We have our non-food products in the form of cleaning agents, which we have, which are all eco-friendly. Whatever cleaning agents we will offer would be eco-friendly. And besides that, we are getting into grocery, our own private label. We are getting into Indian snacks, and we are getting into dry fruits. In the next 20 days, you will see us launching our own grocery.
It will come as a Darwin brand or something?
It will DP retail.
DPGC.
Because private label is the future.
I know.
Private label is where you can make business happen.
Because personally, if I'm talking about myself, I mean, sometimes I buy the private label instead of the brand, because that gives really good offers.
So private label and loyal customers is going to pull you through rough weathers.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Very well.